What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this Mundo Sporto watch along today. Manchester United of some variety take on Leicester City in a race for Leicester for the Champions League places. United fans, let me know how you feel about that starting 11, and I don't want to hear about fixture congestion, by the way. I'm not going to be willing to listen to that one as an excuse. But look, I've got my thoughts on this 11. I'll go through it as we go through the stream as well. Lovely to see you all in. I hope you're having a cracking day. It's really nice where I am anyway. The weather is nice, so I'm happy with that. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on it. Lorraine, how are you? Lovely to see you in. Hope you're well. And everybody else that's in the chat, nice to see you guys. How are we predicting this one to go? And look, let me be very clear, and I'll probably have to go through this a few times as the stream goes on. Where Liverpool are in the league table is our own problem. I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm at peace with that. No problem with it. But with regards to we're all in this together, and the whole I'll delay City winning the league title as long as I can nonsense from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, let's be honest about it. You've rolled over here, lifted up your leg and lubed yourself up and just waited for penetration. That's the truth of the matter. How do I feel about the United team? Look, there's two ways of looking at it. It's not our problem what United do. So from that point of view, where Liverpool are in the league table, that's Liverpool's problem. That's our own problem. Our own inefficiencies have got us where we are. But with regards to a few other things, I'll make those feelings really clear in the coming minutes. I'm just waiting for more people to come into the chat. It'll be intriguing to see how the game works out tonight. We'll run through the starting 11s. You may not recognise some of the United ones, but bear in mind, we'll get through them anyway. You didn't have to do this today. See, look, to any United fans that are coming in and saying, we had to do this today, why is it that you feel you had to do this today? Your answer is going to be fixture congestion, correct? I think I'm fairly right in saying that one. Now, why have you got fixture congestion? Because our game was abandoned, correct? Correct. Right, so we all agree on that moving forward, okay? So let's start this debate. So then we get to the point of, well, the game on Thursday against you lads is a bigger priority than this. Fair enough, I accept that, no problem with that one. Let's get to the real crux of the matter though. Remember when the game against Liverpool was abandoned, and remember when all the United fans were praising us for supporting them and praising Liverpool fans for standing with them in their protest against the owners. Do you remember that? Do you remember all the goodwill that was there with that one? Well, all that goodwill is just being crumpled up in a paper ball and fucked in the bin, because this team selection by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not only an admission that he's given the league title to Manchester City, something he said he wasn't going to do just 2 days ago, I think it was. It's also an admission that what we did with United fans standing there has been thrown back in our faces. Now, we could have asked the Premier League to award Liverpool the 3 points as a club. We didn't do that because we have a bit of class about us and we like to do things the right way, and we wanted it to be resolved on the pitch. And then we see this shit show of a United team put out, and we really felt like we were done dirty by United and the fans who were saying, well, we had to do it, we had no choice. Did you though? And let's move on to Thursday, by the way. Let's get on to that game now before anyone accuses me of being salty. You can't disagree with anything I'm saying because they're facts. So on Thursday, who's appointed to referee the game against Manchester United? Anthony, I support Altrincham Taylor. Fourth official, also from Greater Manchester. Or excuse me, VAR official, also from Greater Manchester. Fourth official, David fucking Coote. You couldn't make it up. You honestly couldn't. If you don't laugh at this, you'll end up just, I would say, pulling your hair out, but sure, look, I ain't got no hair, so I'm not going to be doing that. But it is just, it just screams patheticness to me. That's just my take on it. I mean, I'm all for the league, and I'm all for the argument that Liverpool are where we are because of Liverpool. I'm all for that. I agree with that 100%. But come on, you did us dirty. Just admit you fucking did us dirty, and we can move on. Because that is a shocking 11 that Solskjaer's put out there today. It's we didn't pick the team though, said, well, hello there. True, and I give you that, mate, but on social media, the only response I'm getting from United fans is fixture congestion. We had to do it. What do you expect us to do? Come on, folks, be honest. Just say you shithouseless and we can move on. I mean, I'm alright with it. That's football. That's the way things are. But next time it comes for looking for solidarity and stuff from other supporters, you're probably going to find you're going to get a massive fuck you. Because, yeah, it's mad how solidarity works when it suits, and then When it doesn't suit your agenda, it's a big two fingers. And that's the problem. That's the problem that I've been talking about with fan culture for ages. We're too short-sighted. We look at things from the point of view of right here, right now, and we don't look at things in the bigger picture. So, again, to me, this just feels, as a Liverpool fan, and I will call the game completely down the middle, as I always do, it just makes me chuckle. It's just the patheticness of some of the excuses that I'm seeing. But again, I got to reiterate, and I got to be fair about it. Liverpool are where we are because of Liverpool. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. It's our own inefficiency, our own lack of winning games, and that's our own problem. Totally agree with everybody on that one. But I mean, for the Premier League to squeeze this in 2 days before we play United, when it could potentially secure Leicester's place in the top 4. They've done us dirty as well, and the officials for the game on Thursday, it's just pathetic. But, you know, it is what it is, and we move on, and we'll talk about today's game, and I hope that you're all well. All that aside, you know I like to think of each person as an individual as well on here, and I hope that you're all well. I hope that life has been good to you all. I hope all your families are safe. That's the most important thing. Football, look, we'll have a bit of fun, we'll wind each other up, but most importantly is that we're all safe and you're all well, and that's the most important thing. Who is Liverpool? Again, anybody that comes in and says I'm salty, I get it. You're pathetic, you've got no argument, and you can't put across a valid point. Just admit that you're a little nonce and move on. Because I'm giving you facts. And if you want to call me salty, that's fair enough. But you're a child who hasn't got an argument to put across. I've backed up everything I've said with facts. If you want to have a coming back at me, at least put an argument across, rather than saying salty. Because, or who are Liverpool? Somebody in the chat is saying, just the most successful club in English football, mate. Nothing to see here, pal. Nothing to see. Do I think this is the Premier League's fault or United's fault? Look, United will look after United. Liverpool will look after Liverpool. Leicester will look after Leicester. So yeah, I would say that the Premier League have done us a little bit dirty on this one. But to all the United fans saying salt, would you feel okay if Liverpool had have asked the Premier League to award them the 3 points? Because it was within the rules. We could have done it. Would you have felt that we were being sound about that? If Liverpool had kicked up a fuss, refused to play the game, and asked for the 3 points, what would you be doing sitting there now? Genuinely. Because I'm honest. I'm on here telling you the truth. And you're just acting like little children in the chat. So if you want to come and have a conversation, I'm all for it as always, ladies and gents. You know me, I'm an open book. But don't come on saying salty, because that's just childish. If you have an argument to put across, by all means put it across and we'll talk it through. Stop crying. You're a little nobody, mate. I'm not crying. I've said about 20 times, where Liverpool are is our own problem. I'm fully aware of that one. We have arguments though, which are what? What's the argument? Go on, give us the argument. Come on, genuinely. This is fun to me. Let's have it. Liverpool don't have the power to pull out. Mate, if only your lad had pulled out, then we would have known what power was. But how have Liverpool not got the power to pull out, you little dope? It's in the rules. You don't even know what you're arguing about, mate. You don't have the facts on your side. Honest to God, it's hilarious. You're getting destroyed here. I don't care. That's the thing. I don't care if I'm getting destroyed. I'm on here telling the truth. Anyone that's coming in destroying me is just being salty. I'm honestly out here to have an argument and debate about this. Now let's have it. I'm open for your opinions. Mate, just beat us on Thursday and shut the fuck up now. Again, I'm all for Thursday, mate. You know, with the Manchester referee, the Manchester Manchester VAR and the fourth official, who's David Coop. But okay, we'll do our best. Exactly, as Michael said, I'm telling you the truth. You can call me salty, you can call me what you want, but tell me anything I'm saying is inaccurate. Genuinely. So why didn't they, said Barry. Because, Barry, we wanted to show solidarity with Manchester United, because we agree with Manchester United fans that their owner should be pushed out. We agree with Manchester United fans that they're being done dirty by their owners. And we, as Liverpool fans, have been through that with our former owners in Hicks and Gillette. So we see in Manchester United fans a lot of what we went through, which is why we stood with United fans in solidarity over the owners. And none of us that I was aware of, and go back and watch the stream where it was cancelled, I said I agree with United fans. I stand with United fans on wanting their owners out. And we were all lauded and praised by United fans. Do you remember that? It's only a few short days ago. So to then be as pathetic as this and say, nah, you're just being salty. I'm not being salty. I'm being honest. You did us dirty, admit it, and we'll move on. But if you can't admit that, that's just sad on your part. I genuinely, I don't get it. That team tonight is a disgrace. Now, you can argue that it's a disgrace because of the fixture congestion, and I accept that part of the argument. But the fixture congestion was partly down to your own doing. Agreed. We all agree on that one. But we supported you in that. And I still do. I still think it was the right thing to do, and I still stand with the United fans on wanting their owners out. No problem with that. Now, granted, some of this fixture rescheduling was down to the Premier League. Of course, they picked a day for the game. And I understand that you've got us on Thursday. You had a game on Sunday. But it just feels a little bit dirty, doesn't it? You can understand it from our side, surely. Now, we're where we are because of us. I get that. But it's not... I don't know what to say to you. If you're going to just come back at me with salt, then fair enough. But, you know, I'm on here telling the truth. So if you want to come back at me with salt, that's all good. But remember, I stood with United fans. I backed United fans. And I stand with United fans on the group of the owners. So I'm one of the rare Liverpool accounts who have been very fair to United fans, who have been very open to United fans, and who have had great support in the chat from United fans. So to turn on me for being honest, I find it a little bit disingenuous, if I'm being honest, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the truth, though, is it? Well, what is the truth, Bailey? What is the truth? If I'm not telling the truth, have at it and tell me the truth. Honestly, I'm genuinely intrigued by what your version of the truth is. And look, we're not getting top 4, by the way. I'll put that to bed. Like, look at any of my streams. I've said for weeks we're not getting top 4. I don't believe Liverpool can win 5 games in a row. That's because we've been shite this season. So, this isn't just down to one team selection. It's down to the bigger picture again. You would do the same to us. Am I going to have to remind you that we could have asked the Premier League to award us the 3 points because of the way the game was called off? How can you not get that through your head? And we didn't. We wanted it to be resolved on the pitch, fairly. And I said the very words at the time when the game was called off. I said, I don't want Liverpool to be awarded the 3 points. I want this to be resolved on the pitch because we're football fans and we want to see it resolved on the pitch. Correct? That's what I said. You can go back and check. Now, now it just feels a bit weird. But look, anyway, we'll have a bit of fun. We'll watch the game as always. We'll see how it works out. I'm going to do my Premier League team of the season, Red Devil. Probably, actually, I think I'll be out in the next 2 days, mate. I'm looking at Kara's team of the season and I'm laughing at it. I mean, we push aside this stuff for a second. We'll look at Jamie Carragher's team of the season, and I'd love to get a neutral's point of view on this, because obviously as a Liverpool fan, I'm looking at his team of the season. I'm seeing Phil Foden in there and no Mohamed Salah, and I'm scratching my head. And it's not because Foden isn't a good player. Phil Foden's absolutely quality. The reason I'm scratching my head is he's only had 15 Premier League starts, and Mohamed Salah is banging in goals. Now, granted, Salah hasn't been at his brilliant best this season. I'll be the first one to admit that, but looking at Kara's team of the season and seeing Foden and Son in there ahead of Salah, that really made me scratch my head. Again, it's not a great sight to see Maguire on crutches, and like any player, like I always say, I hope to see him back playing soon, because I never want to see a player be injured. Mount should have been in there as well. I absolutely give you that one, fella. Mount should have been in that team. Yeah, I was looking at, like, Kante's brilliant. I think we all as neutrals like N'Golo Kante, both as a man and as a footballer. And he's brilliant, but yeah, how was Mount not in it? I was baffled by that as well. I have to agree. I think Carragher, I don't want to say that he's just trying too hard not to be Liverpool biased, because I think putting Salah in there, I think most people would have agreed with. I've seen a lot of fans that weren't even Liverpool fans commenting on it saying, no Salah? Like, it's just weird, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how he came to that conclusion. I mean, Kante's great, but I mean, Mount has had a cracking season there. You got to say, he's had a cracking season. Right, let's have a look at the starting 11s anyway before we get underway here at Old Trafford. Here's what both teams have gone for. David De Gea, Williams, Bailly, Tuanzebe and Telesh make up the Manchester United back four. Oh, back five obviously with the keeper. Matic and Van de Beek in midfield, so a rare outing for Donny Van de Beek in midfield there for Manchester United. Be interesting to see how he gets on. Elanga, who I'll be honest, obviously as a Liverpool fan, he might be a youth product. I don't know much about him. Then Mata, Traore and Greenwood make up the Manchester United attack. Traore? I didn't even know United had a player called Traore. Hands up. Leicester have gone with Schmeichel, Castagna, Fofana, Soyuncu, Albrighton, Ndidi, Tielemans, Luke Thomas, Perez, Vardy and Iheanacho. Iheanacho obviously in cracking goal scoring form lately. Jamie Vardy's lost me a lot of money, by the way, in goal scoring bets over the last while. So that's the starting 11s for both sides, ladies and gentlemen. As always, this watch along has been brought to you with thanks to the good folks at the OneFootball app. If you haven't downloaded the OneFootball app, you can do so from the link at the top of the live chat right now or in the description of the stream. OneFootball have been great supporters of fan football content, and the app is simply sensational. So if you're getting yourself ready for Europa League final, Champions League final, the Euros and everything like that, transfer gossip as well, make sure you download the OneFootball app. It's completely free. There you go. Traore's Diallo. There you go. Well, thank you for letting me know that, mate, because I was wondering where the fuck's Diallo. I mean, this is OneFootball, by the way. Don't be having a pop at me. I didn't do up the image here. This is that's the way OneFootball have it done out. So Diallo, good. Thank you for that. I'll make my own notes on that one. Thank you, folks. And give me your score predictions as well, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I had my little moan at the start of the stream. It's all good. As I said, Liverpool's league position is Liverpool's league position because of us. But I had my say at the start of the stream. You had your say. Now, we put it all to bed and we'll enjoy the game. 1-1 is what Mohamed is going for. Mount hasn't played enough this year. Good when he's played, though. Yeah, I mean, again, I could be perceiving that wrong, mate. So, yeah, I get you. Just like I said, Foden had only had 15 Premier League starts. I'll be absolutely honest. I don't know off the top of my head how many Premier League starts Mount has had. All I want to know is who am I supporting tonight. I don't support anybody during these, mate. I'm neutral. I'll call the game like I always have on this channel, straight down the middle. And look, as a Liverpool fan, will it do me a favour if United win? Of course it would. But I'm not going to be sitting on here cheering for either team. My job on here now today is to be neutral. And that's what I'll be in my commentary of the game. 7-4 United, said Declan. 2-0 to Leicester. James O'Driscoll saying 4-1 to Leicester. George is saying 2-1 to United. I don't know what score to go on this one. I don't think it'll be as straightforward for Leicester as the potentially weak looking Manchester United starting 11 should be. I mean, we've often seen in these types of games where teams put out a lesser strength 11 that it's not as straightforward for the opposing team, because these are all good footballers no matter what. You don't get to play for a club in the Premier League without being a good footballer. So, you know, these guys are going to be no mugs, even though they're not the strongest 11 Solskjaer could have put out. Anyway, United playing from left to right in the first half in their regular red shirt. Leicester City in their regular home shirt of blue. And yeah, we're about to get underway. I will take you through the game as always, ladies and gentlemen. Right, we are underway. It'll take me a minute here to get used to these players on the United team, so bear with me, folks, and your help will be needed. Like the Traore thing telling me that was Diallo. That's good to know. Bailly now goes back to De Gea. Who's the captain of United today, by the way? I mean, I would have assumed it was De Gea, but obviously I'm wrong on that one because I don't see the armband. Who do I think will win the Champions League, Europa League? I think United will dispose of Villarreal fairly easily in the Europa League, to be honest with you. And the Champions League, I think, is a toss-up, mate. Genuinely think it's a 50-50 because Chelsea have shown that they can beat Manchester City. It's an intriguing Champions League final that I would honestly make as a 50-50. Matic is captain. Thank you, folks. Appreciate that. Now, look, I know a lot of you were angry at me earlier on the start of the chat, but you know, I do give my honest views on here, and I understand that you mightn't like them, but I'll never lie to you. I'll always tell you how I'm feeling. Right, anyway, Leicester in possession. Fofana across to Soyuncu. Soyuncu takes a touch. Ball back across to Fofana. I'll tell you what Leicester have been excellent at, actually, and that is replacing players in their recruitment. You look, even already the Sumari links, it's going to be done soon by the looks of it. They're just so good at replacing players and getting players in for reasonable fees. Very impressed with the recruitment that Leicester have done. Leicester now, Castagna, ball in field. United have a back, Van de Beek, Diallo. Tries to go out right hand side looking for Greenwood, too much on the ball, and it goes out for a Leicester City throw in. I know people are emotional, Kate, and I love that about football fans, mate. I love that we get emotional about the game. If we didn't, what would be the point? So I absolutely don't take anything personally that people are putting in the chat, but I also think that everything I said was factual. Kasper Schmeichel now. He launches the ball long upfield, going at left-hand side. Vardy knocks it down. What do people make of Ayoze Perez, by the way? I've always found him a player that kind of flatters to deceive a little bit. He can have some really, really good games and look really sharp, and then other times I watch him and I don't get what the fuss is about at times. Fergal said, from a United perspective, it's a great chance to see our youth. I understand that, mate. Yes, that's a fair point. It is, and as I said, you don't get to a club like United or Liverpool or the likes without being a very good footballer. So, it's not like they've gone down the pub here and wheeled out 11 fellas to play the game. Ayoze Perez can pop up with some decent games but nothing special. That's kind of where I am banter being with it as well. Fofana now. Across to Soyuncu. Soyuncu takes a touch, goes back across right hand side to Fofana. I don't like the way BT Sport put the scoreboard in the bottom corner of the screen because I have to look around my computer monitor to have a look at it. I'm following with this United game, 10 matches. Well in, mate, well played. I'm just, yeah. Anybody know what the situation is with Maguire, how bad it is? Because, like I said before, I never like to see any players injured. I know we won't be available for the Liverpool game on Thursday, but what's the crack with regards to the Euros and stuff? Is he going to be available for England? Craig, did Liverpool not field the under-23s against Hughes because of fixture congestion? Yes, we did, mate, but the fixture congestion wasn't down to us having a game cancelled, if you get me. It wasn't because Liverpool fans got the game postponed. That's it. That's where the frustration lies with some of the Liverpool fans, myself included, mate. So yes, we did, but again, it wasn't anything of our own doing. As a United fan and you being a Pool fan, we want Chelsea to win. I don't know, City winning it. I don't want City winning the Champions League, mate. I'll be bluntly honest about that. I didn't want them or PSG to win it because I don't have much time for either of them. I don't know why the scoreboard's at the bottom, Liz. It's very... I don't like it. I don't like it, mate. Craig, you're very honest with your view. Respect. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. And look, I know I won't say stuff that people like all the time, but, that's me. But I like to talk about it. That's what I say in the chat. I like to have a conversation around these things and not just be called salty or a prat. Because I give my opinion across and I back it up. Matic now steps back in for United inside his own penalty area, puts it out, and it'll be a corner to Leicester City right hand side. First corner of the game. United fans for one day, I suppose, said Jensk. No. No, I can't bring myself to utter those words. I'm a neutral. Congrats on 100k. Thank you, Pat. Really appreciate that. It was a lovely day yesterday getting to get those photos taken with Connor and stuff and get the 100k plaque. It was which Connor brought back home with him. But yeah, it was lovely. It was a very nice day. Most emotional I've been in a while, to be honest. Manchester United player down in the penalty area here. It's Alex Telles down holding the right hand side of his head. I didn't see what happened, but I gather there was a coming together there. Let's have a look here. Ball comes in. Telles heads it. Yeah. It was just a collision of heads there. Both lads had their eyes on the ball. Nothing sinister about it, but indeed he did catch the right hand side of Alex Telles' head there. Craig, who do you support, Man United or Leicester? I support Liverpool, Ethan. And I call these games neutrally, buddy. And that's what I'll always do on the channel. So I had my little say at the start of the stream about my opinion on what's going on. But, I'll call the game neutrally as I always do, fella. Craig, if there was only two teams, PSG or Manchester City, who would you support? I don't know, probably League of Ireland football, mate, or I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I'm a United fan, but I love watching every one of your streams. Thank you, buddy, and I love you being in here. It's nice to have a chat with you. Am I vegetarian? It's vegan day today. I am, but my daughter has recently, I would say, once I converted, but she's having a try. at being vegetarian, and you know, as long as she gets the right amounts of protein and stuff in and she stays healthy, I'm all for it. Whatever she wants to do, she'll always get my backing. Seven. Look, tell me, Jojo, that wasn't the most iconic fan content moment of the year, mate. Come on. I mean, karma kicked me in the arse, mate. I'll be the first one to admit it, but what colour do you prefer, Craig? Red or blue? Well, I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. We wear red. Oh, thank you, Goomy. I know you from Twitter as well, mate, and lovely to see you in. Just a quick question. Have you heard of the Anfield Road development still on course? I have, Norman. Yes, the money's there. It's in escrow waiting. And the clubs usually only like to take on one capital project at a time, mate, and with Kirby just being finished, the next thing up will be the Annie Road end, and the money is already put aside for it, so that will push ahead. Why are Liverpool fans not happy with the lineups? You know why, Bilal. Don't ask them silly questions, mate. Indeedy now for Leicester, wins at midfield, plays it out right hand side. Iheanacho's in the box, Vardy's in the box, Vardy tries a flick, comes off by, I think it was, and David De Gea comes and claims it. Thank you, Michael, appreciate it. Should Ollie Horgan manage Ireland? I think it's a bit premature to be getting rid of our manager already, to be fair. He's only in there a wet day. Give him more time, and you know, look, there's problems in Irish football, absolutely, but it runs right the way from grassroots level and investment all the way up. The FAI has been in shambles for a long time, and I think we need to look at it from that point of view. Indeed, he's quality, Anthony. Yeah, he is. He's a very good footballer. Yasir, I'm alright, mate. I hope you are as well. Craig would starve as a vegan. Oh, Liz, I would. Honestly, and it's mainly because my diet's so shocking, Liz. I don't even eat veg, so yeah, I'd be a hungry ass one. Just found out United has a player named Axel. He's my new favourite player. Yeah, Axel Tuanzebe, which is a pretty damn cool name all around, to be fair. He looks like a decent footballer as well, Tuanzebe. He's got plenty of potential. Tom, how are you, mate? Welcome in. Leicester now playing the ball across their own backline. We have had almost 10 minutes here at Old Trafford, still scoreless. Ball over the top again, looking for the run of Iheanacho, but Bailly steps across and puts it out, and it'll be a Leicester City throw in right hand side. United fan, love your content, respect to you, mate. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, buddy. And it's nice just not to be called salty, because look, you got to understand why some of us Liverpool fans will be a little bit peeved about this from a point of view of the Premier League putting the game on today, and of course from the starting 11, and then of course you come to the officials who are in charge of the game on Thursday as well. Referee Anthony Taylor from Greater Manchester, fourth official from Greater Manchester, or VAR I should say, from Greater Manchester, and VAR David Koo, who absolutely makes horrendous decisions against Liverpool. So yeah, it's been a bit of a clusterfuck for us, to be honest. Ball to the far post, 1-0 to Leicester City. I think it's Luke Thomas with the goal, side foots it into the top corner. It is Thomas, yes. Side-footed, good finish, top corner, 1-0 to Leicester City. It's very nice of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to just hand Manchester City the Premier League title, isn't it? I mean, fair play to him. I'd be a bit embarrassed if my manager did that, mind, but there you go. 1-0 to Leicester City anyway. Thomas with the goal. Good work down this right-hand side. Nice little triangle movement. Third man run then. Ball cross to the far post. Goes over Vardy's head. I tell you what, that is a tidy finish though from young Thomas. I mean, he has to control it. That's a tidy finish. Especially watching it drop over Vardy's head. Left foot. That's control. That's a quality finish from the youngster. Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, there's no saving that. That's a quality finish. He hasn't given it to them. Oh, he has, Tom. If you want to tell yourself otherwise, mate, that's fine. But when he comes out 2 days ago and says, oh, we'll make it as hard as we can for City to win the title, and then 2 days later, this is the 11 he puts out on the pitch. If you want to believe that that's making it harder, mate, then have at it. I'm doing alright, Corey, mate. I'm doing alright. It's 1-0 to Leicester anyway here after 11 minutes or so. Indeed, he's caught a little bit short. Diallo tries to get there. Your ball breaks left hand side now. United have 4 men forward in the attack. Mata drops into the pocket. Ball doesn't find him though. And Leicester have it back in midfield with Ndidi. Perez. He's brushed off it by Donny van de Beek, who loses out then and then catches the Leicester City player late. That's probably going to be the first yellow of the game, or... No, I think the referee's just letting it go as a foul. Rain's really pouring down there at Old Trafford at the minute. Do I think Chelsea are a good team? They're an excellent team, mate. I mean, they've put together a fantastic squad there, and they'll be a major force for years to come, no doubt about it. It's a free hit. Okay, mate. Sure thing. Big bald head. Brilliant, Mark. Fucking fantastic, mate. Did you come up with that all on your own? Brilliant, mate. Mark Beast. And you have the cheek to be slagging anybody off. This big bald head will slap you around the place, mate. So just go fuck yourself. It's as simple as that. Honest to God, you childish little fucking dope. Big bald head. Oh, brilliant. I love it. Well done. Tuchel will be at Chelsea for many years. He's done really good work there, Elevator Kid. And I have to say, he's turned my opinion of him round for sure. I was a bit unsure of him when he was at Paris Saint-Germain and Dortmund, but to come in and show the impact that he's had straight away from those Chelsea players and in the way he's tweaked the system, it's he deserves massive credit. Craig, United screwed us, but I still haven't given up top 4. I gave up on top 4 a few weeks ago, mate, when we dropped points to Leeds and Newcastle from winning positions. I mean, I never had any confidence we'd put together a run in the last 5 games to take all the points. Of course, like anybody else, you hope for it, but I never had any belief it was going to happen. Tunzabi across to Bailly. Bailly now passes the ball straight to Ozzy Perez. Iheanacho turns on the edge of the box. I wonder why he didn't get a shot away there. Maybe he's trying to look for movement on the right hand side. You're making me laugh, Craig. You want us to win so bad. You want to seem... What? But you don't want to seem biased. Give us a scratch of the nose if you want us to win. I've no idea what you're talking about, mate. No idea. I'm purely neutral, me. And thank you for the super chat, Ross. I hope you're well, mate. Who scored? It was Thomas, RSH. It was a lovely finish from him. Beautiful cushioned left foot volley into the top corner. No saving it. Good finish from the youngster. Greenwood. Oh, it's 1-1. Go on, Mason, lad. 1-1. Mason Greenwood doing bits. Tidy finish. It was a tight angle. I mean, I tell you what, there are 2 decent goals we've seen in this game so far. 1-1. Mason Greenwood. Let me just change the home score. Who played the ball to him? I didn't see the original ball. Good work from Diallo here, right hand side as well. Good strength shown. Plays it inside. Greenwood cuts onto... I tell you what, that's a tight angle. That's a good finish. 1-1. This could be a mad scoring game, this one, by the looks of it. Could be talking a 4-2 or something here. No, the longer ball. Sorry, Dylan. I know Diallo played the assist, but the first ball, the longer ball, who was that? The ball that played out from the back or from midfield. I didn't get a chance to see who that was. Why are you saying cry, mate? No, we're having a conversation in here, you weird little twat. You know, you can be nice, mate. You don't have to come in and be a dickhead. You're allowed to come in and have a conversation with us, fella. Fucking weird little lad. Greenwood is a number 9, not a winger. These 2 games have proven that. He's a good player, Mason Greenwood. There's a whole depth of English talent there, isn't there, coming through at the minute? I mean, the amount of good players that Southgate has at his disposal for this Euros is It's one of the strongest potential squads I've seen an England team have in a long time, particularly with the amount of amazing young talent coming through, both in full-back positions, midfield positions, and of course attacking as well. Who was it with the pass? Donny got the pass. What? No, it was a brown-haired fella. I'm sure that the pass was from somebody with brown hair. Maybe I missed that. Tomorrow you're getting your under-18 licence to play football in Turkey. Nice one, bro. Enjoy it. Ball at the back now with Fofana. He plays it across right-hand side. Leicester go out wide right. Inside looking for Iheanacho. It's over hitting. It comes to Donny van de Beek. It was Mata. There you go. I knew it was somebody with brown hair. That's all I could tell you. It was a good pass by Mata into the path of Diallo, who did well to show strength and brushed the Leicester City defender off before playing the ball inside. Greenwood still had a lot of work to do, and it was quality from him. It was a great finish. I thought the angle was against them, but he somehow got the protractor out and found a way to get the angle into that bottom corner. Van de Beek now looking to play through Juan Mata. Ball goes out off a Leicester City player. It'll be United throw in left hand side. Stop responding to the haters. I probably should, KTM, but it annoys me that people are that childish, even if it's kids. Like, I want to have a conversation around topics, not just a shouting match. But you're probably right. Matic tries reverse pass, but I think one of the United players was down injured, and Leicester City have the ball back. Soyuncu tries to clear it, takes a ricochet, it'll go out, and it'll be who's the ref giving the throw to? He's giving it to Leicester City throw in. How's my day? It's alright, buddy. The sun's shining, everybody's healthy, which is always a good thing. Mata made the pass, KTM, thank you. Referees again bringing it back across. I don't know what he wasn't happy with, but the throw in will be taken again. Caleb, how are you, buddy? Lovely to see you in. And we're not interested in Bamford, mate. No, we were recording our podcast last night. Steve, one of the guys in our pod, actually messaged David Ornstein before the podcast, and David Ornstein reiterated that we're not in for Bamford, but Klopp is an admirer of Bamford, but I don't think there's going to be any offer going in for Bamford from Liverpool. Wasim, how are you, fella? Nice to see you in as well. I hope all is well with you. Ball out right hand side now. Leicester again playing it little triangles. Tielemans, nice ball through the lines. Iheanacho plays it off a United player, and the ball is now back with the Leicester City defence on the left hand side with Soyuncu. Love you too, Slim. Love you too, fella. Thank you. We're not interested in him, Oran. It all stems from David Ornstein, who put the original poster story out. There's no interest in Bamford with regards to a signing. I promise you, mate. We got that straight from the source who put the original post out. Thank you, Ben. I still can't believe we had 100k, mate. It's madness. Tielemans. Ball through the lines. Well intercepted by Matic. Greenwood. Again, was a foul there on Juan Mata. The rain really is pouring down there at Old Trafford, isn't it? Everybody's absolutely drenched. Opinion on Greenwood career-wise. Look, he's got all the talent to make it. There's no denying that. I like Mason Greenwood as a footballer. I'm a sucker for an attacker with pace. And yeah, I mean, honestly, he is a very, very, very good young footballer. Better than watching the game, entertaining as fuck. Thank you, Miguel. That's very nice of you, mate. Can City win the league with a draw today? I think any result except the United win. I don't know. I haven't been looking that high up the league table, mate. I'm more looking in and around the third, fourth, fifth, sixth kind of bracket at this moment in time. Imagine you hit 100k on Mundo Sport, though. I think we will, mate. I think we might by the end of the year if things keep going. Like, the channel's only been up since December, so imagine we did it within 1 year. Like, that would be unbelievable. Matic now with the ball at the back, splitting the centre backs for United, plays it across right hand side to Eric Bailly. Bailly now into the right channel. Williams rolls the ball across to Juan Mata. Mata tried to play into the left channel but decided it wasn't on. Turns back. Ball back up. Matic again. By into the right channel looking for Diallo. Indeed, he gets a foot in, but it goes back to Nemanja Matic. He goes out left hand side. Good bit of skill that. Teles tries a 1-2 with Greenwood. It's a little bit behind Alex Teles. Ball comes back. Juan Mata has it. Gives it to Donny van de Beek. He tries to sneak a little ball through to Amad Diallo, but Leicester City get bodies in the way. And Didi now in the left channel to Thomas. He gets his head up, goes over the top looking for the run of Jamie Vardy. Gets back outside of him, but Vardy's pace gets him through, and then when Zabi clears it for Manchester United, it'll be a throw into Leicester. Left hand side down near the corner flag. Nine minutes left for Turkish Super League's title decider game and for your dad's former employer's survival. Well, I hope that they stay up, mate. I mean, I won't lie, I haven't kept much of an eye in the Turkish League this season. Thomas Adams scored for Leicester City, and Greenwood scored for Manchester United. There you go, Craig. Buy some rubber. I don't know why I need rubber, mate, but thank you. Appreciate it, man. Vlad, very kind of you, mate. I don't know what I need to buy rubber for, but there you go. Do I think Sancho will stay or leave Dortmund? Oh, I think he'll leave this summer. Whether he ends up at Chelsea, Liverpool, United, I don't know. After that, I know United are massively in for him. I think Liverpool are interested as well, according to many journalists, including Jan Åge Fjørtoft. But yeah, I would say United have a lot of the groundwork done, so I would probably say that they're a bit further along in it, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, this transfer window could be an interesting one. Ball switched across from United to the right hand side to Diallo. I'm intrigued as anyone see how Diallo gets on, by the way, because you don't break in on the Gasparini at Atalanta without having something about you, so he certainly has the prospect or the potential to be an exciting prospect. What was Mason's goal like? Both the goals, Leo, were good goals, mate. Thomas is probably the better of the two. It was a very difficult side foot volley, but Mason Greenwood did really well. Burst into the penalty area, drifted a little bit wide right, and then forced a shot into the far corner, and Kasper Schmeichel couldn't stretch his leg out to stop it and went in. It was two good finishes. Craig, you're a legend, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Thank you, pal. I'm just a normal fella, mate. I know some people don't like how blunt I am at times, but I've always been the same, so I can't change. I tell you what though, I'm sweating like fuck here. The blinds pulled in the living room with the LED light shining down was making this bald head a little bit sweatier than normal. Messi for me, Finlay. Messi. Fury or Joshua. Do you know what, Anthony? It's a tough one, that, mate, because... Hang on, let me just see what happens here. Because common sense would make me lean towards Tyson Fury, having the better pedigree from an amateur background, better ring generalship, if you want to use that phrase, a size advantage with regards to height and potentially weight as well. But it's heavyweight boxing, and anybody can spark out anyone. Honestly, I'll be massively intrigued by that fight when it takes place, and I will 100% be watching it. But common sense would say Fury. I mean, if I had to edge it, I'd probably edge it to Fury, but it's heavyweight boxing, so you know we can all say Fury all day. But if AJ connects, you know, these are big dudes. Ball over the top. De Gea comes and claims it, rolls it out to Donny van de Beek. Matic. WFM, how are you, mate? Podrick, how are you? Joshua's too slow for Fury. I don't know if he is, mate. Honestly, I don't think that I would call Anthony Joshua slow. I mean, the odds are he'll probably... Like, Fury's in great shape for this fight already. Like, you've seen the images of him. He's looking fantastic. But AJ, I think, will come in somewhere around the weight that he was for the rematch with Ruiz. Probably going for speed as well. Because he can't gas. If he gasses in this one, he'll be in a whole world of trouble. Is it true Juventus are going to be thrown out of Serie A? So, yes, to an extent, Mike. Serie A have said to Juventus that they need to pull out of the Super League, and if they don't pull out of the Super League, then there's the possibility of them being removed from the league. because there's still three clubs, Barcelona, Real Madrid and Juventus, who are refusing to pull away from the Super League. And UEFA are looking at punishments, and their own leagues may look at punishments. I don't know. Well, the Spanish league won't, because they don't have the power to take on Barcelona and Real Madrid, if we're being honest about it. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Ooh, ball in there, which forces De Gea to get back and tip it over his bar. Bailey said, "Hi Craig, I'm having a bad time currently. I just want to say you're helping me a lot. WFM, you never walk alone. Mate, I'm so sorry to hear you're having a bad time. I hope things pick up for you. Hopefully with the summer, mate, you know, we'll all get back outside a little bit more, see our friends and family a bit more, and yeah, I hope things turn around for you, buddy." Right, anyway, corner to Leicester City here. Albrighton gives the signal. Corner comes in. It's cleared away at the near post by Donny van de Beek, and Diallo then finishes the clearance for United. Leicester work the ball out left hand side. Diallo pinches it back though. Good play from the youngster. He wins a throw in there. Ball goes out off a Leicester City player. Is there any hopes in the Sancho transfer? Genuinely, yes, there is. I mean, I'd probably say United will be slight favourites there. But yeah, there is a chance. If Liverpool put a serious offer on the table, maybe. But as a lot of journalists have pointed out, where we get the money from to fund that transfer, that's probably the source of contention there amongst Liverpool fans. Mada now, ball into the left channel, tries a little 1-2. Leicester City get in and win it back, and they have a chance to break now right hand side. Albrighton plays the ball infield to Iheanacho. Iheanacho over the top looking for Vardy, who was offside, so he lets it go through to David De Gea. I heard you hate La Liga. Why is this? I'm a huge fan of La Liga. I've done work for La Liga TV, mate. I was at the launch of La Liga TV in London. I am a Barcelona fan. I'm a Liverpool fan, but Barca are the only other club that I ever speak about with regards to me giving a shit about. I'm not. I love La Liga. I watch it every single weekend, mate. So I don't know where you're getting that information from, but you're talking out your arse, because I absolutely love La Liga. I watch it religiously. There's no truth to the links to Patrick Bamford, AZ Shack. The Anfield Agenda podcast is coming out tomorrow. We actually have an interaction with David Ornstein. One of our guys used to work at the BBC, knows David Ornstein. He texted them about that link to Bamford, and he said that it was just that Liverpool were admirers of his, and it doesn't look like there's any transfer links there really, mate. I think it's just all being blown out of proportion. You're not going to get a load of hate, mate. You were wrong in saying that I hate La Liga. That's just not true. I actually did videos for them. I did the La Liga Team of the Next Decade video. I was, as I said, at the launch of La Liga TV, where I interviewed Guillaume Balaguer, Graham Hunter. So yeah, I very much do like La Liga. It's Serie A I'm not a fan of. If maybe you've got confused, I don't know. Do you think Ben Davies will get a chance, or when? He's been a bit unlucky. Every time an opportunity comes up, he seems to have picked up a little knock, which is unfortunate. When's the next late on agenda? Tonight, mate, 8:30. Just showing a replay of both goals here. Again, two very good goals in the game so far. One from young Thomas of Leicester City and one from young Greenwood of Manchester United. And it's 1-1 as things currently stand with half an hour gone. Greenwood on the attack now again down this right hand channel. Nice ball inside to Mada. Williams. Van de Beek. Again, Donny van de Beek. Mada. Little triangle played by United there on the right hand side. There's a bit of space on the left if they can switch it across here. Look at Tuanzebe. He could, a nice little diagonal ball now in behind there. They've played the ball across to him. So Telesh, my apologies. I was trying to be too clever there, thinking steps ahead. Matic now into Wanmada. Leicester pinched the back, but young Williams does well to get it back straight away. Donny van de Beek rolls it across to Tuanzebe now. Tuanzebe looking into that left channel, plays it hits off Mark Albright, and then it goes out for a Manchester United throw-in. Did you see Liverpool are going to win league? I did, Sean, which delights me because I absolutely despise PSG and everything about them, particularly that clown that they just gave a new contract to. So yeah, I mean, I'd be delighted if Lille can see out the last few games and lift the French league title. Do I think Nat Phillips has a future at Liverpool? No, I don't. If I'm being honest, he's not. Look, we've lauded him, and rightly so, for the step up he's made, but he's not really good enough long term, if we're being brutally honest. I'm alright, Kurt. I hope you are as well. Nice to see you in, fella. Look, ladies and gents, don't forget, if you do enjoy the stream, please take a second, hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video. Soyuncu. And again, don't forget to download the OneFootball app. There's a link to it in the live chat right now, pinned to the top, or there's one in the description of the stream. It's completely free, as always, and it's the best football app there is out there. Free kick to United here. Right hand, their left hand side. Neymar is a diva. Yeah, he is. I have such frustration with Neymar, Liz. I think you probably know that by now. Craig, you're a United supporter for the next hour. I'm not. Williams. Tielemans now. 33 minutes on the clock here at Old Trafford. 1-1. Leicester got off to a good start, but United pegged them back. Oh, Neymar's a huge clown, mate. Honestly, he's everything I hate about modern football rolled into one little diva. Where would Juventus go? I've got no idea. What would happen there, mate? I did see Yilmaz's free kick for a moment. Yes, it was... he's had a good last few games, hasn't he, Yilmaz? Since I think it was a free transfer, wasn't he? Was it Fenerbahce? A decisive penalty as well the other day as well. I fanboyed Neymar at the 2014 World Cup. He was excellent in that tournament, AA. I've got to be honest. I mean, I'll give credit where it's due, and before he got injured, he was very good in that World Cup. And it was a huge loss to Brazil that he wasn't there. I'll be honest about that, but most of the time, mate, he's just petulant, I suppose is the word I'd use. Oh, Besiktas, excuse me, mate. Excuse me. Besiktas, thank you for that. If you ignore Neymar's antics, he's a generational talent. I agree with you. He has all the tools necessary to be up there with Messi, Ronaldo, but I don't think he has the drive the same as Messi and Ronaldo. He certainly hasn't got the focus because he goes missing every year for his sister's birthday and picks up way too many red cards and rolls around and cheats way too much. But he has the talent, no denying it, but that's why it's so frustrating, because you see what he's capable of and then he's just not living up to that. Whereas you look at Ronaldo and Messi and they've done everything they can. Like, they've worked their asses off to get to where they are and constantly striving to get better. I don't see the same in Neymar. Who do I think will win the Euros? Genuinely, it's a good question, Anthony. And look, I'll be as intrigued as anybody. Obviously, Ireland aren't in it, so I won't be looking for us to do happen. But France, Portugal, Italy, it's a pretty open tournament. It should be great. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm not a massive fan of international football usually. Ndidi. To Tielemans. He goes down. To be honest with you there, I thought he should have had a free kick. Ball into the right channel now, looking for Greenwood. Soyuncu just about gets a leg there to put it out, and it'll be a Manchester United throw in right hand side. Craig, whatever the kids are doing at Old Trafford, they've a bright future. Look, as I said, Felix, at the start, mate, you don't get to a club like United or Liverpool or any Premier League club without being able to play ball. So it was never going to be a pub team that United put out here. So yeah, of course those players will have something about them, mate, and they will have a point to prove as well to their manager that they want to be there and considered for next season and moving forward. De Gea now, ball into midfield. Juan Mata, bit of a heavy touch from him, allows Albrighton to nip in and win it back. Albrighton switches to play out left hand side. Thomas cuts back inside, finds Wilfred Ndidi. Ndidi now switches it back across into the right channel. Castagna looking for a ball into Iheanacho, but it eventually finds its way to Wilfred Ndidi. Soyuncu. Alex Telles heads that away. Juan Mata now. Back to Nemanja Matic. Matic goes past the first Leicester City challenge, plays the ball into Greenwood, who lays off a nice pass to Juan Mata. He looks to thread a ball through to Amad Diallo, but Soyuncu nicks in, wins it back for Leicester City. United have it back though in the left hand channel. Albrighton. Youri Tielemans. He's brought down. That'll be a free kick to Leicester. A little clip from the Nemanja Matic. Will United play a similar side on Thursday? Will they? Fuck! The strongest 11 will be out on Thursday. Don't worry about that. Buffon should really hang up his boots. I agree with you, Pete. I know you're not the real Pete Sampras, but I'm going to call you Pete anyway. Look, Gianluigi Buffon has been one of my heroes. I idolised the lad throughout my entire life as a goalkeeper myself. But 43 years of age, he said he'd probably carry on playing. That's his decision. His best days are absolutely behind him, but I'd imagine he's a good leader to have in and around any club. So, we'll leave that decision to Gigi. Ball in. Good work here. Tuanzebe. Matic. Again, moves the ball out left hand side. Mata's free there between the lines if anyone can find him. Nemanja Matic switches the play though from left to right. Williams. Again, that's a sloppy pass. Perez. Good tackle by Boyd. No, referee says it was a foul. Excuse me, I thought Boyd stepped in front of him. Referee says he caught him. It'll be a free kick to Leicester City just inside the United half. Do I think United will win? I've got no idea, mate. It's Premier League football. Hard to predict. Now it's a free kick to United. Greenwood got clipped. Who would I say is playing better? I'll be honest with you, it's been a bit sloppy. I mean, the goals were quality from both teams, but a lot of the plays been sloppy, ball being given away. Excuse me, I have to sneeze, I think. No, I stopped it. Yeah, a bit sloppy, a bit disjointed from both teams, but look, it's also teaming down with rain there, so you got to take that into account as well. Ball down this left channel. Tielemans gives it straight to Donny van de Beek. Again, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about there. Just sloppiness in passing, and I think the referee's stopping this. Is there somebody down with a knock? Oh, I think he was just checking on Iheanacho. Williams. Van de Beek. He tries to turn in midfield and turns straight into Ndidi. That's sloppy. Iheanacho now, slipping it through to Vardy. What are United at? Free kick given out against Leicester City there. I mean, two of the United players collided with each other. Referee awards a free kick to United though, and it's been taken quickly. Matic Again, goes past. That's good footwork from the Man Matic. And then the sloppy pass to finish it off. After he's done all the hard work. Iheanacho now. Leicester have it right hand side. We're inside the final 5 minutes of the first half here. Currently Manchester United 1, Leicester City 1. If you had to pick one United player to put into the Liverpool team, who would you pick and why? It's a good question. Who would I pick and why? Well, look, the obvious answer probably me, obviously, to say Bruno Fernandes, because, you know, he can thread balls through to our forwards. So there is that, but right now, him or Rashford, I would say. Van de Beek. Again, as somebody said in the chat there, a bit of a sloppy game, this Craig from Revenite. It is, and it's from both teams, mate. As somebody rightly pointed out, you can understand it from United a bit more because they've made a lot of changes. But for Leicester, yeah, it's a bit... Perez now. Van de Beek does well to pull that out of the air. Yeah, it's a bit worrying maybe if you're a Leicester City fan, but we'll wait and see how it plays out. Perez, Tielemans, Maguire to Liverpool. Now you're alright, Wasim. I hope your team pulls it out of the bag for a moment. I know you're saying they're close to relegation there in Turkey. I hope they manage to turn it around. Ball back now with Soyuncu. He goes back to Kasper Schmeichel. Back out to Soyuncu. Pressure comes on from Mason Greenwood. Williams. Ball back to De Gea. Vardy gives chase, but De Gea clears it long. Indeed, he wins it in midfield. Tielemans knocks it forward again. Tuanzebe nods it down, but again, look at that, straight to Ndidi. Does well though, Tuanzebe, fair play to him. Does well, comes back and wins the ball, gets fouled and gets a free out for United. Good play there after he gave the ball away to win it back. He's a very good player, Elijah John. I agree with you. Greenwood is a very good player. I agree as well. Clicks Matic has had a very good game, mate. Some sloppy passes, but his footwork has surprised me. He's been quite good at going past people in possession so far. Sancho or Rafinha? I probably prefer Sancho, but look, I wouldn't be disappointed if Rafinha came in. Do I think Ollie's resting players for the Europa, or is he doing this for Liverpool? He's doing it for Liverpool, 100%. But that's his choice as a manager. He's got the right to pick whatever team he wants. Ball back now with Kasper Schmeichel. One minute of additional time, folks, at the end of the first half. 1 minute. Ndidi. Ball across right hand side. Stanya. Out to Albrighton. Cross comes into the box. It's headed away by Tuanzebe, but straight to Tielemans. Iheanacho. Ball back to Ndidi. Diallo. It's just ridiculous. Comes across and gives away a cheap free kick in a good shooting position for Leicester City right on the last act of the first half. Just sloppy there from the young lad. Right, free kick in a very good shooting position, slightly right of the D on the edge of the 18-yard box, probably 20, 23, 25 yards out. You're not bad for a South either. Seriously, appreciate that, fella. What do I think of Canade coming to Liverpool? It's a good piece of business, I think. Right. free kick to Leicester. De Gea's organising his wall. This should be the last action of the first half. Tielemans is over it. Iheanacho's over it. Tielemans straight into the wall. And the referee blows the whistle for half-time. Half-time at Old Trafford. Manchester United won. Leicester City won. Leicester City took the lead with a really good goal from Thomas. And that was equalised with a really good goal from Mason Greenwood. So, at half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United won. Leicester City won. Let me just stop the clock. And then we'll have a chat about the first half. And anything else you guys want to talk about. What part of Dublin are you from? Originally, mate, I lived in Shankill. Well, I grew up in Shankill, but I haven't lived in Dublin since I was 19. But yeah, Shankill, South Dublin. Strange one for me as a United fan, this, said RM. I'd be quite happy losing so Liverpool don't get top 4. That's a bit pathetic, to be honest with you, mate, but you're entitled to feel whatever way you want. I would remind you who stood with you as fans the other day when you had your protest, and who stood side by side with you. So yeah, I'd remind you of that just a little bit. But if you're all for handing Manchester City the league title, mate, then I don't know what to say to you. Do I think Liverpool need more leaders? No, I think if you look who we have out, Henderson leader, Van Dijk leader. So no, I think we need fit leaders maybe, but. Is there any news on Mo's contract? Absolutely nothing, Revenite, which is worrying, but nothing. But I'll go through it all tonight, mate, at 8:30. Greenwood should go to the Euros. His versatility across the front three could be great for England. I was saying this just earlier on, Felix, but it's a very difficult decision to make for Gareth Southgate, because there is a whole heap. Now, I know the increased squad numbers might help his decisions a little bit, but there's a whole lot of talent there in the young department or the youth department for England. So, be interesting to see what mix of established players and young players Southgate may go with for the Euros. I'm somebody that loves the I'd say the impetulance of youth, like the players that don't fear anyone, don't fear reputations. That's one of my favourite things about youngsters breaking through, is that when they just don't show any respect. And rightly so, like they go in there and just think, nah, I'm here to prove a point. And I've seen a lot of that from those young English players this year. The likes of Foden, Mount, Greenwood. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what squad he picks. Would a draw be a bad result for Liverpool? Honestly, Callum, I had my say about the starting 11 and the fixture congestion and the referees and stuff, but I'll stick to what I've said before. The reason we are where we are in the league table is because of our own problems. It's not anybody else's. Liverpool are where we are because we've been shite this season, and that's up to our club to put right. But we've 4 games to go, and I said this all the time. We haven't put a run of 5 wins in a row together this season, from what I can remember anyway, and I'm not confident that we'll suddenly become the Liverpool of early last season again for the last few games. So we'll wait and see. 20 minutes in the anchor game, we're out of the Super League if we lose this one. Well, you said you were 2-0 down, mate, at the minute, was it? Wasim said, I've lived in the USA all my life. What European country would you recommend besides England or Ireland? I love Turkey. I definitely recommend you take a visit to Turkey, Wasim. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. Portugal's lovely. Spain's lovely. I mean, you can't go wrong, mate. Most of Europe is lovely, to be honest with you. Depends what you want from your trip. I'm alright. Who have we got? The EPJR22. How are you, mate? Nice to see you in. Liverpool might face Juventus in the Europa. Perhaps, if they're not kicked out of European competition, that is, Michael. Turkey is in Europe. It's not in the European Economic Union, but Turkey is part of Europe, mate. It is. Are they playing in the European Championships this summer, fella? Are they? Turkey, you know, in the Euros. A bit of a hint there in the name of the competition. Love from South Africa. How are you, Jade? Love right back over to you guys and all the South African footy fans. Rooney or Aguero? Aguero. For me. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say Rooney was shite. That would be just disingenuous of me. But you asked me a question and I would go with Aguero. Can't believe you're from Shankill. You live in Shankill. Whereabouts in Shankill do you live? I grew up in Eatonwood, mate. First of all, we lived in Shanganna Cliffs. Then we moved up to Eatonwood, which is, I'm sure you know, is beside the shopping centre there, near the police station. Tash, nice to see you in. Great channel, thank you. I hope you're having a good day. Haven't watched Anfield Agenda in a while, so I'm proper ringing it today. Well, this is Mundo Sporto, buddy, but we'll be on Anfield Agenda later on at 8:30 with a live stream. You want United to win, right? I'm saying nothing, mate. I'm saying nothing. Crinkin Glen. Oh, know it well, mate. Just up past the village there, right hand side. Yeah, know it well. You were diagnosed with anxiety and you're feeling better. That's great to hear, Kai. I'm delighted to hear that, mate. I hope you continue to do well, mate, and I wish you nothing but happiness, fella. Beside Shanganna Park. Oh yes, I know where it is, buddy, don't worry. Nice estate as well, nice place. Craig, what were you thinking when Liverpool had tapped up Van Dijk? It's really interesting because, look, there's no denying that we tapped them up. It's clear as day, but so did Chelsea and Manchester City, and they also met with Van Dijk. But the fact is, we were the ones hung out to dry because we were his destination of choice. So that's what annoyed me about that whole situation with the Van Dijk thing. It's not that I'll deny tapping him up, because Liverpool absolutely tapped them up. That was evident, but so did other teams. So why we were hung out to dry is only because Van Dijk wanted to come to Liverpool. But yeah, it was we ended up paying what I call a stupid bastard tax for getting caught. Basically, we ended up paying what we paid, and you know, he's amazing, so I don't really care what we paid from in the end. Thoughts on United youngsters so far? Bit sloppy at times. Diallo, I don't think, again, please don't take this as me saying he's a shit player, because it's not. But from what I've seen of him today, he hasn't been great. But I'm sure he'll settle in and he'll become a very good player, because you don't play for a Gasparini Atalanta unless you've got something about you. So, you know, I'm sure this is just him settling in and all, but he's been sloppy in possession at times. He did set up Greenwood, although set up is probably a bit of an exaggeration because Greenwood still had a lot of work to do. But he also gave away a sloppy free kick there and has been caught in possession a few times. But he's a youngster, and that's what happens with young players. So it's all part of the learning process, isn't it? Right, what else we got? Right, ladies and gentlemen, again, just a reminder, this watch along has been brought to you with thanks to the good folks over at the One Football app. If you haven't yet downloaded the One Football app, ahead of the Euros, ahead of the Champions League final, the Europa League final, the transfer window, and lots of other stuff coming up over the summer as well, make sure you do it. There is a link pinned to the top of the chat and in the description of the stream. One Football gives football fans everything that they need in one really cool, really well made app. There's even an augmented reality feature on there if you're an iPhone user as well. So go check it out. That link in the top of the chat just lets them know we sent you. It's absolutely free, of course. And give me your feedback on the app as well if you are a One Football user. And without One Football, we and many other football fan content creators wouldn't be able to do what we do. Our reserves played better than Leicester's first team, said Luke. 2 good goals in the game, mate. I mean, yeah, it's... Ooh. I've seen a little potential handball there that I didn't spot as well. Yeah, look, if you're a Leicester fan right now, you're not going to be happy with the first half, if you're being bluntly honest about it. You're probably your strongest 11 out there, and they're, I won't say struggling because they're in the game, but they're not looking like they're the better team, clearly. Like, by that I mean, like, they're not out there absolutely battering this young United team or this inexperienced United team. They're looking on the same level, which, if you're a Leicester fan, might be a little bit worrying. Okay, what else we got in the chat? Do I think United will bring on Cavani second half? Honestly, I've got no idea, Michael. I mean, your guess is as good as mine, buddy. Ever been up the north? Absolutely, pal. I love going up to Belfast. I was actually just talking to my missus about maybe going up to Banbridge at some point as well. Yeah, I love it up there. Love going up the north. Haven't been to Tyrone actually. Oh, actually, hang on. No, I haven't been to Tyrone. I've been to Antrim, sorry. But yeah, it's lovely up there, mate. Would I rather West Ham or Leicester get top four? Leicester. Because I've nothing against West Ham, of course, and the league table never lies, but I really love the way Leicester City's owners go about their business, both the way they treat their fans, and the way that they invest in the squad and the new training facility they built. There's a lot of pros there for, if you're a fan of Leicester City, to be confident and be very supportive of your owners, which I think a lot of us Premier League fans can be, you know, quite envious of with some of the shithouse tactics that our owners have pulled. Is Mark Irish or English? Are we talking about Goldbridge? He's English, but he did live and work in Ireland. Oh, actually, I don't know about working. I know he lived in Ireland. I assume he worked over here, but I know he lived up around, I think, the Dundalk neck of the woods when he was over in Ireland. When are you coming back to America? End of the year, Liz. I should be fully I'm getting my first vaccination next Tuesday. And I'll get the second one then at the start of June. But Sabrina, my wife, will be probably at least a month behind me because I get to nick in ahead of her because of pre-existing condition. But we're hoping that we can get over, Liz, in either the start of October for 2 weeks or the start of November for 2 weeks. Whether that's to Arizona, Florida, Texas will kind of depend on a few different factors, but we want to get over by the end of the year. Who's been your Premier League Player of the Year? I'm hanging off on that one, Ibrahim, and I don't mean to bottle out of it. I'm going to make a Team of the Year video in the next few days, so I'll hang off for that one because I want to get all the stats and stuff in front of me. RSH said Florida's the best place to go in America for me, mate. Been there 6 times, love it, absolutely love Florida, and yeah, I would agree with you. It's a cracking place to visit. Would I be happy if United won? I suppose yeah, because I mean it would dent Leicester's top 4 ambitions, so I suppose technically yes. Bamford, it's just admiration, Tom. There's no bid coming for Patrick Bamford, so I won't say worry about it, but it's not something that's going to happen. What year did you live in Eaton Wood? I lived there until I was 19, so God, when did I move? I moved there when I was 6, so I moved there in 1987, and I lived there until 2000. I moved out there in the year 2000. I lived in 13 Eatonwood Avenue. That was my home address. What year did you live in Eatonwood? I've done that one. Craig's Team of the Year should be the official Team of the Year. It'll certainly be better than Carragher's attempt at it. I mean, I'm baffled by that. I said it at the start of the stream. I'm all for giving Phil Foden the plaudits he deserves as a player because he's cracking. He's a great footballer, but he started 15 league games and he's in there ahead of Mohamed Salah. I'm baffled by that. Yeah, and I make the same argument about Son. I mean, Son has been off the boil for a while now. Spurs fans will say that even. Best English prospect. Oh, mate, look, that's a question I'm not touching. And I'm not touching it, Tom, because there's so many. So, you've got Greenwood, Foden, Mount. You've got all the fullbacks that England are bringing through. There's a whole Jude Bellingham. Like, Jesus, there's an unbelievable amount of talent coming through at the minute. Salah should be the only LFC player in the team of the season. I agree. I would absolutely agree with that. I don't think anybody else has... Fabinho been out for a while, played in different positions, so I would agree. Salah is probably the only candidate for a Liverpool player to get into that team of the year. I'd have no problem with that whatsoever. Who would I keep, Salah or Mane? I'm assuming you're making me sell one of the two in this conversation. You know, I'm probably a little bit different to many other Liverpool fans. If I had to make that decision, and I don't want to because I want them both to stay, I'd probably edge towards moving Salah on for the amount of money you would get for him. But then how do you replace his goals? Like, it's... Yeah, it's a tough decision, but look, we're about to get underway for the second half, folks. Teams are coming back out into Old Trafford. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button for me. Drop a like on the video if you're enjoying the stream. Mate, I understand your frustration at the start of the stream, but we're winning it for you. Mate, I wasn't frustrated with you or any United fans. I was frustrated with the Premier League scheduling. I was frustrated with the officials that they're after putting in charge on Thursday. I was frustrated with the section of fans that didn't understand why I might have been a bit pissed, but it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all part of the fun. And again, as you said, nothing but handshakes, mate. Well in. Do I watch IPL? I don't know. What's the one player you need and why? A centre forward. And because we aren't scoring enough goals, who that is, I don't know. I don't think we're going to be going out and getting Houlden or anything, but maybe Daniel Malin, maybe Patson Daka, I don't know, but we'll wait and see what the summer brings. Right, ladies and gentlemen, second half is about to get underway. As I said, don't forget to download the OneFootball app from the link at the top of the chat or in the description of the stream. It lets them know that we sent you over. And yeah, second half is about to get underway at Old Trafford. 1-1 as things currently stand. Big 45 minutes to go for me, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, for Leicester City fans out there, and for United fans to potentially delay Manchester City's winning of the Premier League. Who scored for each team? It was Thomas that scored for Leicester, mate, with a very tidy left-footed volley, and then it was Mason Greenwood that equalised for United with a very good goal from a tight angle on his right foot into the far post. Why do we always need to sell players to buy? It's so frustrating. I agree with you, mate. You're not going to get any argument from me on that whatsoever. Right, second half is underway at Old Trafford. Tielemans plays the ball out right hand side. It goes to Albrighton, but United win it back with Matic. And then look, that's that sloppiness I was talking about there. Give it straight back to Wilfred Ndidi. Now it's Iheanacho. Good block there by Tuanzebe, and the ball goes behind for Leicester City corner. But that came about because of United giving the ball away sloppily, which has been kind of the tail of the game so far from both sides. It's on, I'm watching it on BT Sport 1, mate. Do I reckon North and South should join leagues? I'll come back to that in 2 seconds, buddy. Just let me just sort this corner and then we'll go back. Ball in from Albrighton, cleared by Telesh, edge of the 18-yard box. Perez heads it back in, and then Iheanacho has a strike, but it goes miles wide. Right, in answer to your question, I was thinking about this the other day a little bit, because there's some talk, and I don't know how far along it may be, about the Celtic and Rangers thing, about them potentially joining up. So I know this has been kind of spoken about before, but if that was to happen, and I'm not saying it will or won't, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If that was to happen, you could have a conversation around a kind of European or a Celtic Super League of sorts, where let's say you've got League of Ireland clubs, you've got clubs from the north of Ireland, you've got Welsh clubs and the rest of the Scottish clubs in maybe a 2-division Celtic league of some variety. I'm just spitballing here, but a lot can be done to strengthen football in Ireland, mate, and maybe an All-Ireland league would be part of that. I know there was a couple of clubs I think that just went pro this season up north as well. Sloppiness again at the back there, but Williams comes across for United and gathers it, plays it into Donny van de Beek. He goes past Wilfred Ndidi, and then look at that, it's a simple pass into Mata and he gives it straight to Tielemans. Look, lovely work there from Diallo though to come in and nick it back. Fair play to him. Good tracking back from him. Greenwood's brought down by Ndidi. Free kick to United inside the centre circle. Hey Craig, can Chelsea win the Champions League? Absolutely. Absolutely. I really believe that game's a coin toss. It's we've seen, like, Chelsea have beaten Manchester City recently in the league. They knocked them out of the cup. Absolutely they're capable of beating them in the final. Just as City are capable as well of beating them. It's a very interesting final. Some of the Liverpool fans says I'm ashamed. Who was it? Sussus said I'm ashamed to say I want United to win. I wouldn't say the same, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm a neutral in this game. I hope people are getting this joke, by the way. Imagine if somebody suggested Liverpool and Everton merging. Well, they suggested we share a stadium not so long ago, mate. That was being bandied around for a while, if you remember. MT, is it Mithi? I don't know how I pronounce that, but hello to you as well. Nice to see you in. Soyuncu now rolls the ball across to Fofana. Fofana now for Leicester City. 48 minutes on the clock, still 1-1 here at Old Trafford. Day's been alright, mate. I'm roasting here under the lights in the living room with the blinds down and all. It's still warm outside, so yeah, I'm melting in here at the minute. Greenwood. Good play by him, protects the ball. Mata has it. United try and work a move down the left-hand channel, but again, a little bit of sloppiness from Elanga this time, and it goes out for Leicester City throw-in. Do I reckon top four is over? Yes, I do. I've said it for a while, mate. I don't have any faith that Liverpool will end up in the top four this season, no matter what happens here. But that's our own fault. Nobody to blame on that but Liverpool. How old is my dog? 11? Sabrina! She's not listening to me. Or she's on the phone. I think he's 11. Maybe he's 12 actually. We've been living in this house 11 years and we had him before we moved here, so I think he's about 11 or 12, mate. How old is Gizmo? 11. Is he not 12? 12. 11. Your daughter keeps giving the wrong age. My wife says 12, my daughter says 11. Greenwood now, left hand channel. Ball slipped in down the line. Fofana steps across. And yeah, United give away a foul there. Free kick Leicester City. Oh, he's tiny. He's tiny, Daniel. He's a little, I think I have a picture of him, maybe on my phone. He's a little Scottish Terrier, West Highland Terrier cross. But yeah, he's a great little dog. There's not a bit of harm in the fella. Where is he? I swear I have a picture of him somewhere. Yeah, hang on. That's him there on the sofa. Sparko with my wife, also Sparko on the sofa. Ball back. Iheanacho's again. He's getting closer, but he's still about 20 yards wide with that attempt. Do I think Juve will get top four? I've no idea. They were bitch slapped by AC Milan the other night, but he's a lovely little dog, to be fair to him. He had to go to the vet a couple of weeks ago because he had some issues with his teeth, so he had to get a tooth pulled out and some antibiotics. But to be fair to the vet, it was relatively inexpensive. I was expecting the worst, but I know it was less than €100 anyway, for 2 visits to the vet and the extraction and the antibiotics, which I thought was extremely good value. United on the attack down the left hand side. Castagna does well, defends that one. United have it back though with Telles, now Juan Mata. Again, sloppy from him, gives it straight to Tielemans. Iheanacho spins inside, crashes into Tuanzebe and wants a free kick. What's the United defender supposed to do there? Use osmosis, turn himself into fucking liquid and disappear? He can't move out of the way, mate. You don't get a foul just because you run into somebody. Telles. Ball back to Tuanzebe. What's the most irritating game? Newcastle. To concede that goal against Newcastle was so infuriating because it was, so preventable, and it was just ridiculous, mate. Honestly, that was the last straw for this season for me. Telles, Greenwood, back to Telles, but it's nicked in and won by Leicester City. Up the line now to Iheanacho. He's brushed off it again by Tuanzebe. Back to Nemanja Matic, turns well away from traffic, rolls the ball across to Eric Bailly. Bailly now works the ball out right hand side to Williams. Joe Willock's having a great end to the season though for Newcastle, isn't he? I mean, it was entirely preventable from our point of view, but Willock is having a good impact there at Newcastle. I don't know who's going to win. Somebody said, who do I think is going to win? I think it's evenly poised, mate. I think anybody could nick it. Free kick here to Manchester United. Fofana adjudged to have fouled Mason Greenwood. Cavani's warming up. I mean, I'm sure Manchester United fans will be absolutely delighted to see him sign a new contract for next season. He's had a very good impact at the latter part of the season for Manchester United and scored some really big goals. They've been alright, power plays, mate. Not been too bad. Do I think Salah has a chance of player of the season? No, I don't, mate. Ball in from United. Ooh, I tell you what. Greenwood got it. It was a free kick from Alex Telles. Was whipped into the box. Good delivery. Greenwood gets across the front of the defender. Gets a glance on it. But it then goes off the Leicester City defender. I think it was off Castagna. And behind for Manchester United corner. I said he's already signed, mate. That's why I said yesterday I'm sure they'll be happy that he signed a new 1-year deal. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I am doing a video of my Premier League team of the season, mate. I'm recording it in the next couple of days. The referee gives a free kick here to Leicester City from the corner. He said there was a push in the back of a Leicester City player. Free kick to Leicester. Let's have a look. Yep. Diallo. Oh, a push is probably a stretch, but he definitely leaned into Jamie Vardy. Who do I think will win player of the season? I don't know, mate. I'm going to do more research on some of the numbers and that behind it because, you know, I think we're all inherently biased in our views on players, so I like to try and challenge my own biases by looking into the numbers as well for things like this anyway. Albrighton with a cross in. Headed away by Zabi, heads it to Nemanja Matic, brings it down on his chest and looks to play United out down this left-hand channel, but it goes out for a Leicester City throw-in. Opinions on Greenwood. He's excellent. He's a very good footballer. Do I rate Fofana? Yes. I've said this earlier on the stream. I think Leicester City's buying has been amazing. I mean, the replacements that they've brought in for the likes of Slabhead has been excellent. I mean, Soyuncu, Fofana. Yeah, they're very good in their recruitment, Leicester. Castagna inside Ndidi to Vardy. Perez into the left channel out to Thomas. He turns back, plays the ball back to Soyuncu. Ndidi across to Castagna. Tielemans. Albrighton. Back to Tielemans. Whips it across. Hits Tuanzebe. Matic flicks it away, but he gives it straight back to Yuri Tielemans. Eventually it's hooked away by Diallo. Fofana picks it up. United starting to drop deeper here as Leicester obviously pushing to try and get the second goal. Soyuncu switches it out right hand side. Telles comes across. Mark Albrighton has it now on that right hand channel. Back to Castagna. Iheanacho. Ndidi. Soyuncu. Press comes on from United. Leicester City force back. Fofana again out in that right hand channel to Mark Albrighton. Tielemans. Good switch out left hand side to Thomas. Thomas fires it across. It's cleared by Donny van de Beek, and then Diallo challenges a Leicester City player, ricochets off him, and it goes out for a Leicester throw-in. Any content with Mark for Thursday's game? No, I don't think we will get a chance to, mate. Mark is really busy at the minute, as I'm sure you understand, and I don't think we'll get a chance to do it ahead of Thursday. What do you think about Luis Suarez for Liverpool? He's not going to come back, Graham. He's I did play around with the idea myself, mate, I won't lie, for a while, but the more I've watched of him, the more I realise that he's just not the same player these days, obviously. Good tackle that by Tuanzebe, had to get it right twice. Good play by the United left-sided centre-back. 2 challenges there and he got them both right. Who would be your Liverpool player of the season? Probably between Fabinho and Mohamed Salah, but it's not been a great season, has it? Yeah, you'd probably give it to Salah, because without his goals, where would we be? I mean, we're already in a bad enough position, but without his goals, where the hell would we be? But I do love Fabinho as a footballer. Congrats to you and Connor, said Cedric. Iheanacho, oh, De Gea. Iheanacho, clear, just fuckers. Sorry. Iheanacho one-on-one there with David De Gea, and De Gea makes a very good save, but United were making a bit of a meal of clearing that, and eventually they hook it away. Professionalism there as always, clear it, you fuckers. Sorry. Where do I think Liverpool are going to finish? 5th. 5th or 6th, either way it'll be Europa League, but the looks of it. Iheanacho now. Again, he goes past a couple of players, but Tuanzebe steps across, does well and clears it. The pressure's really starting to mount here though on United, as Leicester obviously need this goal going in search of a winner, and there's still, what, half an hour to play. Ndidi back inside to Tielemans. Referee playing an advantage here to Leicester. Albrighton has it right hand side, cuts inside, ball in, again it's hooked away, I think by Tuanzebe again. Ndidi to Iheanacho. Iheanacho turns, strikes, it's blocked by Eric Bailly, falls back to Youri Tielemans. Ndidi. Albrighton. Cross deep to the far post, just over the head of Vardy, that goes behind for a Manchester United goal kick. Looks like Leicester are getting ready to introduce Maddison. Roger's just having a chat with the player now. Thoughts on Nathan Tella? I don't really have any, Daniel. Sorry to be rude, mate. I'm always honest, as you know, and yeah, can't say I have many thoughts on him. Looks like Cavani's going to come on for United. I'm pretty sure I just seen him taking his top off. Leicester City get on with it really quickly. Referee brings it back though, said it was taken from the wrong position. And yet lets him take it from the exact same position. Fucking moron of a referee, I swear to God. These referees are just a joke, honestly. Points to where he wants him to take it after stopping him from taking it in the place that he just took it from, and then lets him take it from the same place again. Madness. Diallo now, the attack for United. Takes too much out of it, cuts inside, goes down looking for a free kick, but it wasn't a free kick. He was tackled fairly. Leicester put the ball out to see him get some, I think he was winded maybe. Was he caught in the gut there? But it looked like a fair tackle to me on him. Yeah. It just went into the leg of Tielemans and they collided, but I don't think that was a free, but the young lad looks like he may be winded or something. Rashford gonna come on. Here we go. So I recognise some of these lads. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Cavani gonna come on. Rashford gonna come on. Saibo, how are you? Welcome in, mate. Daniel said, call me deluded, but I have a feeling we'll sneak top 4. I don't know, mate. I'm just afraid to let myself believe that. And at this point, you know, every time this season I've gone positive, it's I've quickly been reminded of what a shit season it's been. Fofana now for Leicester. Ball across left hand side. Tunzabi. Back to Bailly. Turns, gives it back to De Gea. De Gea to Williams. Williams rolls it up the line. Van de Beek hooks it forward. Greenwood to Diallo. Back to Greenwood. He's been taken off the ball. Referee says it was fairly done. Leicester now in that left channel with Vardy. Cross in. It's past everybody, but I think, yeah, Albrighton keeps it in right hand side. Ball back to Castagna. Iheanacho. Castagna. Fofana. Ndidi. Back to Fofana. Albrighton. Fofana switches it across. Again, Fofana into that right channel for Mark Albrighton. He turns back, gives it to Castagna. Fofana. Iheanacho out of the United penalty area. Turns and gives it back to Castagna. To Albrighton. Here comes the cross in looking for Vardy. Ricochets out off Alex Telles, and it will be... I'm not actually sure if it went out for a corner or a throw in. Substitution here for Leicester City. James Maddison coming on to replace Iosi Perez. So that's Maddison on for Iosi Perez here in the first change for Leicester. And Manchester United's goal scorer Mason Greenwood is coming off to be replaced by, I think, Marcus Rashford. Two United players gone off, double substitution. Marcus Rashford and Edinson Cavani are coming on to replace Elanga and Greenwood. Corner here to Leicester. Signal given again by Albrighton, left hand in the air, cross in deep. It's 2-1 to Leicester City. Soyuncu with a header, and Leicester City have regained the lead. Corner deep to the far post. Soyuncu rose above, got a head in it into the top corner, and Leicester City regained their lead, 2-1 to them. And why has Matic got his back turned? Why has he got his back turned? Shocking for Matic. Shocking. Oh, he's got his back turned and allows Soyuncu to climb up on him. 2-1 to Leicester City. Assist was Albrighton from the corner. Been coming, to be fair. United were getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and Leicester were I think, have United even got in to the Leicester City half in the last 15 minutes? Telles over the top, looking for Rashford, intercepted by Leicester. Cavani now. Telles, Matic scoops it over the top, looking for Rashford, but it's hooked away by Leicester City. The referee's brought it back here for a free kick though. Matic. Referee bringing it back. He's been a bit fussy about some stupid shit, hasn't he? Matic goes out left side to Telles. who was being marked. It was a fucking ridiculous free kick from Matic, but there you go. Passes it to a lad 5 yards away from him who was being marked. Back to De Gea. De Gea switches it out, tries to go through the centre, but it was nicked by Fofana. Maddison. Vardy into that left channel for Thomas. To Maddison. Iheanacho. Back to James Maddison. Fofana. Back with Kasper Schmeichel. Ndidi. Castagna to Ndidi. Switches it across left hand side to Soyuncu. Schmeichel. Free kick to Leicester. Referee's allowing them to play on though because they're in possession. What have we got left on the clock? 21 minutes left. Manchester United 1, Leicester City 2. Schmeichel. Ball goes out, throw into United right hand side. So what do we have? I'm a United fan but want Leicester to win. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me, mate, that you want to gift your local rivals the Premier League title, mate. It just goes to show how fucking pathetic that opinion is. But there you go, mate. That's it's a long way from us all being in this together a few days ago, isn't it? It just goes to show how petty some fans are. I look at the big picture, but there you go. Not a hope I'd ever want Liverpool to lose a game of football, no matter who the fuck we're playing. Not a hope. I bet Liverpool would have done the same if they had the chance. We did have the chance, mate. We had the chance to ask the Premier League for the 3 points for the game that was postponed because of the fan protest, and we didn't. I think that qualifies as having the chance there, pal. But again, that's just my take on it. I'm not a two-faced cunt though. So there you go. I'm not saying you are, sorry. I didn't mean that to come across as saying you were. I don't know you from Adam. But yeah, there's been a lot of two-faced behaviour from football fans in the last week. No, Kabak isn't fit for Thursday, Sam. No. It's looking like Fabinho will be at centre back, which, you know, isn't great for us. We'd rather see him in midfield. Look how salty you are. I'm not salty, I'm being factual. Challenge anything I say with a different opinion that has facts based on it. I'm not being salty. We're in the league position because of where we are. That's our own problem. But to try and justify you wanting City to win the league and us not to get Champions League football after we stood side by side with you the other day and didn't ask for the Premier League fixture to be given to us, the 3 points, anything else is just false. So what you're actually hearing is me telling you the truth, and you wanting to justify you want your own team to lose for some reason. That's your own business, pal. If you want United to lose the game, have at it. That's up to you. I can't tell you to do otherwise, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I'd never ever want Liverpool to lose a game of football. We've lost a lot of them, but I've never wanted us to lose a single one of them. Williams. Diallo back inside. Matic. Ball down the line for Iheanacho. Waiting for support. Tries to pick up Vardy at the far post. Oh, how did hell did Tielemans not score that? Vardy heads the ball back across goal. Tielemans must have had one eye on the post or something. He's down now pretending he's injured because he missed a fucking sitter. He barely touched the post. Let's be honest about this, mate. You're really down because you missed the sitter. But Iheanacho played a lovely ball to the far post. Vardy heads it back across. And Tillman's, I mean, I'm going to be honest about it, he pussied out of it. I'll be honest about it, he pussied out of it. He should have buried that. But he'd one eye on the post and he was more concerned with getting a clatter from the post than he was about putting the ball in the back of the net. How did he miss that? Leicester should have put the game to bed right there, but Tillman's missed the sitter. Tunzabi to Telesh to Mada. Matic. Tunzabi. United so far just haven't been able to get Cavani and Rashford into the game at all. Leicester keep pressing them high up the pitch. Matic. Telesh. Back to Tunzabi. Bai urges his men forward. Mata. Telesh with the cross, over hit, goes behind, goal kick to Leicester City. Just looking at the replay of the Soyuncu goal here again. Rashford lets his man away and then Matic turns his fucking back as Soyuncu goes to attack the ball. It was horrific. Goal kick to Leicester. Kasper Schmeichel launches it long. Maddison nicks it off Williams. Ball back across. Iheanacho tries to bring it down. Matic hooks it away. Rashford now runs straight into Fofana. Goes out, it'll be United throw-in. Thoughts on Juan Mata? He's had a great career, Tom. He seems like a really good man as well, but he's past his best. Imagine this game, Craig. Liverpool win the Premier. If Liverpool win again, then United win the Premier League. Wouldn't you want Liverpool to lose that? No, I wouldn't, because I don't know. You're giving me an abject point there. How do I know in this scenario that you've spoke about that we don't have a European place depending on our result, or a place higher up the league table depending on the result? And particularly if, again, wouldn't use your own example, if we got the game abandoned because of a protest against our owners, United would have had the chance to ask the Premier League to award them the 3 points. So you're forgetting about that aspect of this, mate. You're forgetting about all the Liverpool fans that stood with the United fans in support of their protest. And none of us that I'm aware of at the time wanted Liverpool to be awarded the 3 points. We wanted to be sorted on the pitch. So I think you can probably understand why a few of us are just frustrated, shall we say, at both the timing of this fixture by the Premier League and the 11 put out there from United's manager when he was trying to say the other day that he wanted to delay Manchester City winning the Premier League as long as possible, and the very next game puts out reserve side. So look, you can say what you want about me. Everything I've said there is factual. It's up to you then how you want to interpret it. You know, I'll have my view, you have your view, and at the end of the day it doesn't matter because what's happening is happening, and my view doesn't really matter one jot on this. Bruno Fernandes on now for Manchester United to replace Diallo for the last, what have we got, 12 minutes or so? Again, Mason, you've said what else are we going to do 3 games in 5 days. Why do you have 3 games in 5 days, Mason? You're forgetting that really important fact, mate. Why do you have 3 games in 5 days? Because the other game was postponed. The game against us was postponed, mate. You're forgetting that really important fact in all of this. And why was their game postponed? Because the fans protested against the owners, which we all stood there with you on. So if you can't get that through your head and be honest with yourself about that, I can't help you, mate. That is the truth of it. If you want to think otherwise to make yourself feel better, that's fine. I understand that. As football fans, we can be hypocrites at times, but just admit it rather than hiding behind this we have 3 games in 5 days bullshit. Let's be honest about it. Like we had to sacrifice the League Cup to go play in the Club World Cup through no fault of our own. So look, I'll be honest. I'll always give you my honest opinions, but I don't pander to anybody and I don't tell lies. If I see shithousery behaviour, I'm calling it out. And I'll do the same for my own club as well. So United are being punished. In what world are United being punished, mate? Again, I'll make it really clear to you. If Liverpool wanted to be pricks, they could have told the Premier League they were refusing to play the fixture and they wanted the points awarded to them, which under the rules of the Premier League they could have done. So we tried to take the high road and say, let's sort it out on the pitch. We want the game to be played on the pitch. And by doing that and trying to do this all in the right way, in a sporting way, probably expected or had hoped that maybe that would be reciprocated. And it clearly hasn't been. Now, again, take from that what you want. Much respect, Craig. Congrats on the 100k United fan. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that, mate. Very kind of you. We're being punished by the Premier League. How are you being punished? We have the referee on Thursday is from Greater Manchester. The VAR is from Greater Manchester. The 4th official is David Koo. How do you think you're being punished? How is this punishing United? Does it make one jot of difference to you if you don't win this game? Other than the fact that City will win the title, which you've basically allowed them to do by doing that. So, I mean, your sob story just doesn't work for me, mate, on this occasion. So don't try and feel like you're hard done by when you're not. But that's it. That's my say on it, and that's all right. I understand you don't have to do us any favours. But trying to play the victim card in this scenario is not going to wash with me, mate. I'm sorry. You'll get the truth from me, and that doesn't wash in this occasion. I'm all for supporting you in your protests against the owners. I'm all for understanding your frustrations about the shithouses that own your football club, because we've been there ourselves. But, you know, this is all of your own making. The 3 games in 5 days part, I mean. And if you can't get your head around that, I can't help you. The where we are in the league for Liverpool, that's all of our own making. I'll absolutely say that. We've been shit this year and we don't deserve Champions League football. I've got no problem saying that. None. I'm honest. What did I expect Ollie to do? Exactly what he's done, mate. Because he's a shithouse. And he's a Weasley little cunt. So I expected him to do exactly what he has done, which is lie to his own fan base 2 days ago and put out a B-Tech team here to play Leicester City. So he's done exactly what we all expected him to do, because he hasn't got a pair of balls, mate. That's why. So you hide behind that however you want, but that's the fact of the matter. Did he or did he not say 2 days ago that he'll do everything he can to delay Manchester City winning the Premier League, and the very next game puts out a bunch of reserves? I'm not the one that said it. I didn't come out and say that, mate. No good having a go at me about it. But again, I got to make very clear, we don't deserve Champions League football. We've been shit this season. I'm the first one to admit that. Matic. Rashford, left-hand channel. Sorry, I had to peek around my monitor there. What have we got left? 7 minutes to go. Rashford plays a nice ball out right-hand side. Back to Mata. Mata cuts inside. Rolls the ball across to Juan. I was going to say Juan Matic. Definitely not getting that right. Telles. Lovely ball between the lines to Mata. Pulls it across. Cavani recycles it. Ah! Fernandes with a strike, but goes wide. You don't get it, Craig. Try and understand their situation. I'm going to say this one more time, you fucking dumb bastard. Why have you got 3 games in 5 days? Because you protested and had the game against us cancelled. We could have asked for the 3 points. We didn't. We said, let's play the game. That's why you have 3 games in 5 days, you dumb bastard. If you can't understand that, fuck me, pal, I can't help you. Jesus Christ. You only have those 3 games because of the protest. How can you not get your head around that, you dumb bastard? My God almighty, for fuck's sake. Take your tinted glasses off for a second and look at the situation. I don't know if you're in 2nd class, 5th class, you're 19 years of age, whatever age you are, pal, but that is just ludicrous to play the victim card and say, it's because we've 3 games in 5 days! So fair! Why do you have the 3 games, mate? Why? You can't gloss over that part of the conversation. Fucking hell. It's mad. Honest to God. I give up, honestly. I give up. Fernandes, right-hand channel. It's got nothing to do with my team, Saeed, you stupid son of a bitch. We're shite. I'll tell you that right now. We've been shite this season. It's got nothing to do with Salty. We don't deserve Champions League football. But my God, the victim card being played by a small, because a lot of the United fans agree with me, but a small amount of you lads in the chat are just away with the fairies altogether. Hide behind calling me bitter and salty if it makes you feel better. No, I've no problem with that. I'm a big boy. I can absolutely take it. Just go back to the 50 other streams where all your fan base called me fair for the entire fucking season. And then try and call me salty. I'm the most unsalty fella you'll come across. I call it as I see it. The fact I'm not pandering down to you little bitches doesn't mean I'm salty. It means that you're fucking clueless. Ball into the box. Headed away. Hooked away, excuse me, by Yuri Tielemans. We are the victims. Good man. You keep telling yourself that there, fella. Good man. You're the victims, definitely. Why are you cursing? Because I like cursing, obviously. If you don't like cursing, then go and watch another stream, fella. I like cursing. I get emotional. I curse when I get emotional. Why does it hurt you so much that I curse? Big fan, but what would you do if you were Diesel? Oh, I'm just not touching it anymore. I'll just carry on commentating on the game because, yeah, look, we're all gonna have a disagreement on this. I think we can just call it as a disagreement and move on. But let me just ask you one more thing. Would you have been happy if Liverpool refused to play the game and wanted the 3 points? Would you have all just said, well, that's fair? We agree with that, sure, it was their fault. Hand on heart, answer me that. If Liverpool had went to the Premier League and said, we're refusing to play this game, our players were bombarded inside the hotel, we were worried about our safety, and we don't want to play the return fixture because we can't fit it into our schedule, and we ask you, as within the Premier League rules, to award us the points, would you all be happy with that? Just answer that question. Yeah, I wouldn't care, to be honest. Of course you wouldn't, mate. Of course you wouldn't. Oh, madness. When's the Europa League final? I'm not sure exactly the date. End of May. I can't remember the date off the top of my head, mate. Ball through the Kasper Schmeichel. 2 minutes left plus additional time at Old Trafford. Manchester United trailing Leicester City by 2-1. Free kick here, foul by Ndidi on Fernandes. Free kick to United, about 5 yards inside their own half, left hand side. Fernandes. Again, United have it in the right channel. Fernandes goes up the line. Good work by Williams. Cross into the box. Rashford heads it, and it was a good bit wide. A few yards wide. Goal kick to Leicester City. Do I like Oasis? Love Oasis, Kyle. Favourite band of all time, mate. Absolutely love them. Don't like some of Noel's behaviour, but the music quality. I don't buy the... Look, there's two sides to this, Michael. You're saying United stitch us up good and proper. At the end of the day, we are where we are in the league because of us. That's down to Liverpool. So I've got my own points that I've made, but at the end of the day, nobody caused us to be where we are in the league except us. That much we have to take, as Liverpool fans, complete ownership of. Throw into Leicester now, right hand side anyway. Think we're about to see what the additional time is going to be here. Can't see it just yet, folks. 1 second. Iheanacho back to Tielemans. 3 minutes of additional time. Fernandes works the ball out right hand side. Williams now on the overlap. Fernandes tried to pick out Cavani, but it's too close to Kasper Schmeichel, who comes out and claims it. Bonehead, yeah, the old days, mate. The original Oasis lineup, yeah, it was amazing. Oasis, like I've lucky enough, I've gone to I think 6 Oasis gigs and enjoyed every minute of every one of them. Bailly now carrying the ball forward for United. I look forward to seeing the United fans who've been slagging me all day, cheering Manchester City around Manchester when they win the Premier League title. Because that's what you've done basically today all day, is want City to win the league. So I expect to see a lot of you Reds out there waving Manchester City on, clapping them around in the parade, because they won't have any fans of their own to do it. Back to Matic. What's the referee? Offside there, free kick to Leicester. I understand, but my opinion, if Liverpool asked for 3 points, it would have been more breaking news. I don't know what you mean by that, mate. Sincerely, I'm confused by that. But nobody should want their team to lose. Exactly. I'd never want Liverpool to lose a game. But my focus is solely on Liverpool. If you want to say salty, lads, fair enough. I don't know what to say to you. But remind yourselves, the entire season, when I've been on here completely neutral, being very fair in my appraisal of everything, wasn't in the least bit salty, and am salty. I'm just giving you my opinion. If you think that's salty, have at it. You're completely entitled to make your own minds up. What have we got now? 1 minute of additional time left. This is karma for Liverpool. You really are just a pathetic excuse of a fan, aren't you, mate? Karma for Liverpool for what? What exactly have we done to United again? You fucking weird little fuckers. Honestly. And then you all wonder why there's toxicity in football fan content and moan about it. The toxicity's there because of the behaviour of some fans. I've been working hard all year to try and remove that toxicity out of it, but every time I try, I'm met with this. saltiness or whatever, but whatever, it's all good to me. It doesn't make any difference to me. We weren't getting top four because we're shit. It's got nothing to do with this game. It's all over. Manchester City are Premier League champions. Leicester City's Brendan Rodgers celebrates. Leicester beat Manchester United by 2-1 to pretty much confirm their place in the top four. Well done to them. And we roll on to Manchester United Liverpool on Thursday, which of course we'll be doing a watch along of on Monday, or excuse me, Anfield Agenda. Hope to see you guys there. Congratulations to City on winning the league. Congratulations to Leicester on going to Old Trafford and beating United. I will talk to you guys. When will I be back next? In the next few days anyway. Enjoy your evening. Have a lovely day. Lots of love to you all. And yeah, take care and enjoy celebrating Manchester City's winning of the Premier League, United fans. I expect to see you all out waving your blue flags.